Okay, am I live? Am I live now? Oh, okay. Okay, we are, I'm, I'm gonna just put a link to the, broadcast and, hold up, I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna continue what I was doing earlier. Okay, I am back. Would you imagine what? I see. Bum 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 bum. Wait, Dad, look, I found. Oh, this first scream kind of blows. Not sure what to do.
Man, there's nothing like a slice of pizza at Funky Cheese's.
Yeah, the gourmet dishes and fancy wine at home are nice and all, but sometimes you just want to eat some good bad food and wash it down with soda.
Want a sip of mine? Might be a little left.
You drank that whole thing already?
You know how thirsty I get around you.
Hey, yo, that's
No, seriously, wasn't that like a gallon?
Oops. I drank too much soda again and ruined the moment. I knew I should have gotten the Kawaii Sprite. Hey, mister, where's the bathroom in this joint?
You're in line for it.
Daddy dearest?
Please don't tell my wife I still eat here.
I still wonder why
There's nothing spookier than
no one
single-serve
want mommy
restrooms.
nearest to know.
I am this close to shooting the lock.
Look, I know you guys have been waiting. I just drank a gallon of Dr. Fuss and Pepper.
So did we. Hold on, I've got an idea. What if we have a sing-off to decide who gets to go first?
And now, the act you've all been waiting for, Funky and the Pizza Pet!
Hey, yo, kids! It's your old pal, Funky Cheese! Are you ready to sing?
Not until I've had my pizza.
I have nothing to say about this.
And don't forget to put a
Let's
slice
go.
of me in your drink.
What's the video? I'm talking about the
Tangaroni!
Monster.
My man, stop
Monster.
goofing around! We got a half-hour set to perform!
Guess the sing-off will have to wait until they finish that set.
Come on, the girlfriend. There's gotta be someone in this town with an open stall.
Closed for repairs. Closed for upgrades. Employees only. Demons only.
No bathrooms.
No restaurant.
Nah.
No can do.
Sorry. I just don't like it.
That was the last restaurant in town. Where else can I go?
What about there?
Uh,
Come on, the boyfriend, what are you waiting for?
right behind you.
Come on, it's gonna be a big night.
I do not see cause for such celebration.
This is the night I saved my 1,000th soul and complete the church's choir. I'd really love for you to be there for it, especially since you tracked him down for me.
No promises.
You know the choir won't sound right without your bass.
You could say without me you'd be in big trouble.
Don't you get salty with me, mister. That was very unholy of you.
Ah, but unholy man cannot go to church, da.
Just try to make it okay. Oh, it looks like our lost little lamb has arrived. See you soon. Greetings. Sorry for the inconvenience. Are you interested in joining our little parish?
Nope, just need the restroom.
Come now, there's no way the will of God would lead you all the way here just for that.
Uh,
It was a big flashing sign, actually.
That's God's sign.
Look, lady, you seem nice, but I'm not really the Sunday school type. Or that any school type.
You poor misguided soul. You've gotten here just in time. Allow me to lead a little psalm to help you realize just what I'm offering you. Precious little one, it's your lucky break. All your worries are in the past.
I get you're a nun, but for heaven's sake, drop it, need your bathroom fast.
You've been through so much, pair of demons pain. This life's easy and quite simple.
You knew so much, but let me refrain. I just wanna go tinkle.
There'll be time for your little bathroom trip once you join us and convert. Have a splash of holy water.
Gonna pass if I have another sip. Think my bladder's gonna burst. Sitting on the border.
You don't drink it courtesy, you're just a little trapple to you. Take the vow, you understand and be reborn a pious man. So use our voices really croon a pocket full of hymnal tunes and fill the lights out on my choir. Help the message spread, inspire.
This is like pretty apple love to join a choir and just like this filling out a bigger song without the fame or cash about. I'll need to get the girl from bed and get through all my rapping parts. So sorry, lady, it's a no-no. Where's the song? I gotta go.
Don't let greed and lust overtake your mind. Look in your heart and do what's right.
Girl, this song's a bust. Even if you're kind, I get through away this fight.
I can't change your act, I won't bend your will, but remember God's watching you.
I would make comebacks, but my bladder's filled. Where's the bathroom? I can't go in the pews.
I don't think you understand what you're rejecting here, little lamb. Everyone who finds this church needs to be saved. You're in great danger if you don't join.
I'm in greater danger if you don't point the way towards the bathroom.
The way is God's way.
This is going nowhere fast. Come on, the boyfriend. We'll find another stall.
If I move more than a couple of steps, I won't need it anymore. This is still our best bet, even if it's a bad one.
Well, at least not leaving. That's a start. Perhaps this next song will show you the full extent of God's love. And if you waste this one talking about bathrooms, I'll show you God's wrath. You should know by now, outside that this chapel lies a world of sin and taboo.
Just me, I'm aware there's a few bad apples, but there's lots of good too.
But the word will spread and you won't escape it if you leave here unconverted.
Got the rapping skills that I need to make it in one piece. Don't be allergic.
Think of how you will stop now when a giant lemon monster tried to rend your flesh and eat it.
Whoa, whoa, how you know about that? Guess we need a topic Syria, a monster to defeat it.
Oh, when you were surrounded by a company of diamond in the desert trembling in fear.
Okay, guess your fears are founded, but I got one little question. How do you see that here?
I am but God's all-seeing servant.
Kinda creepy, you're so observant.
You could say that, but know this well. My goal is noble, simple. Save your ass from hell forever.
Sure, I'm not perfect, but I'm no monster.
Play it safe, let me be your sponsor.
Can't give up all of my music goals and let some pushy, creepy, and control my life's endeavors.
Have a simple point, worship God and you'll join him in heaven ever happy.
Can't just live to die, I don't play by God's whims. That life sounds real crappy.
You will live tall with the God's protection, battling the hard like you've been.
Seems you're scared to lose, drop the interjections. Ain't no fight, this boyfriend can't win.
Take a look into your future, kill a present poets and suppose you want your soul attacking.
Sure, I might end up in sutures, battle finances, or they lose their instrumental backing.
But they won't you stop with singing, you do as a secret message, turn your very words against you.
If they wanna fight, then bring it. I got more than vocal words to beat them up and through.
You have no reason to suffer, God can never show your trouble, so you got it too, is that it?
Don't need no religious comfort. Got my girlfriend, got my got everything I need for getting.
You would, knowing if there's danger, all alone, you don't have to just because you don't want guidance.
Safety, used to rapping strangers, coming at me, gives us to give freedom a chance.
Stupid, free-spirited kid. Oh, hey. Finally decided to show up, huh? Sorry you have to see me like this.
Let me guess. Lost Soul has desecrated chapel and exhausted you again?
Don't you know?
I had a feeling.
Listen, we can't let this one get away. His very words are drenched in sin. And he's a soprano. I haven't seen a grown man hit notes like that since 1903. With him on the choir, we're bound to save way more souls.
You know what I've told you, sir. When stakes are high, I'm your guy. Let me handle the situation.
Okay, I'm counting on you.
Spot any toilets in here yet, the girlfriend?
Nope.
Hey,
Huh?
you've been pushing many buttons while I was away, haven't you?
Dude, I literally just want to go to the bathroom.
You should have run away or joined church while you could. But you decided to struggle instead. So here we are.
Who even are you? I mean, your head's kind of ice creamy, so I'd assume you're probably with that pushy ice cream lady.
My name is Ruth. It will be last name you hear if you do not change your tune very quickly.
Can this maybe wait until after I go?
I will be honest, I am tired and would rather not perform right now. But it's my sworn duty to. I'd say break a leg, but I might break yours.
Ha ha ha! Finally a burn! Miss those things. Well, boop beep bow.
Can you translate that one for me?
Oh, yeah, sure. Pasha slipa pa no depresivna królika.
Okay, now I break both legs. Small man with tiny voice fighting rubies for choice.
Wow, everything shaking, windows and doors breaking.
Walls cracked from voice seat, backs join quickly or you're next.
Shattered this place all night, won't join without a fight.
That's not an issue. Push up and I will massacre you if it was citizen means and you think to make us up. I tell you, on some pretzel and I'd want to give your official road check to see if you are by Squire Boy next June.
Gotta catch me if you're gonna live to this empty cause my skin is thicker than my rose. You know what? Out there, grab me. I'll wrap around your head so quick you'll take abuse and I'm no glue. I'd lock you in the room myself. Do you confess my rapid you?
Small one, you cannot run. If I wish to, I will take you into custody of George. If you will be satisfied, I will break you.
Face it, if you don't read, you won't have a church to live in. How are you gonna save anyone when there's nobody sins are forgiven?
Fair point, we need this joint. Good thing I control my vocals. With small change, I share the lungs. Instead, you can be one and two no good locals.
Hold on, that's way far gone. I need my lungs to inspire. Plus, it seems you'd crush Saventa's dreams if I could never sing in her choir.
Fine, I restructured. Cold soul sword can save your soul.
I'm caring, strong, and brave. What could you need to say?
I gave tip previously, so boyfriend, you tell me.
Wait, don't tell me it's true. I got that note from you.
Help, I'm tortured by a demon, but my day poor dad's a nightmare.
Hey, don't act like I was screaming. Didn't actually wanna come here.
Oh, you're turning pink as salmon. Where'd that strong and brave man go to?
Maybe you should re-examine what strength means from what I've lived through.
Tell me, what would girlfriend say if I told her your full confession?
Do you think you're gonna sway me to your side with blackmail questions?
I don't think you understand the lengths I'd go. Thanks are happy.
Thought you were that servant man. I love that sort talk. Sounds real sappy.
No, is nothing like that. Is just lifelong tie. I begged her she was after me. If we keep doing that, we never die.
Oh, is that really all? Then I'm sure she'd love to find that God and souls are just a job to you, and she has the #1 spot in your mind.
I can't distract her from her life's work, so don't you squeal. I know you have dark secrets of your own, so shut up quickly and my lips are sealed.
Sounds like a deal to me. Let me add one quick pro quo. Just point me to the bathroom in this place. I'll get her up your hair, and you'll never know.
Okay, so you're gonna wanna turn left.
Ruth, did you convert our lost little lamb?
No, I am sorry.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
You don't sound fine.
It's just peachy that your soul is stamped, that the choir will never be completed, that you desecrated my church when all I ever wanted to do was get you into heaven so you can have happiness and peace forever! Forever! Don't you want that? Doesn't everyone? I'd kill to be you right now.
Okay, this is getting a little final phasey for my taste, so I'm just gonna go to that bathroom so me and the girlfriend can get on with our date already.
Yeah, let's get out of here, the boyfriend. This place doesn't sit right with me.
Of course! How did I not realize it sooner? Ruth told me you wanted to banish Daddy Dearest from your life.
You wanted to what?
Yeah, about that.
But he isn't the only demon turning you to sin. Isn't that right, the girlfriend?
Oh no.
After all. It takes one to know one.
You're a demon?
I'm the demon.
But why would you want to get people into heaven?
In truth, we demons are disgusting, vile creatures with no hope for redemption. But you are God's children, His lost little lambs. That's why I decided to dedicate my life to reforming as many of you as I can, so you can meet Him in His kingdom.
That's great, but as long as the girlfriend likes me, I'm happy with who I am now.
Of course you are. She's got you under her spell.
I mean, metaphorically, right?
I get tough cases like yours every now and again. Engaging in unholy and sinful acts with a demon will slowly corrupt any human. And if she decides to keep your soul for herself, heaven forbid, you'll be forbidden from heaven entirely.
She'd never do that. We love each other.
It's just like I thought. Nothing I tell you is going to tear you two apart. God can't save you, but maybe I can.
Don't worry, the boyfriend. I'm calling my parents.
No, you are not, you little leech. You sit on that stereo and bob your head or you won't have a head left to bob.
Hey! Nobody threatens her!
You poor little lamb. Too stupid and spellbound to understand just how much that soul of yours is worth. I suppose I'll have to hold on to it for you until you do.
What?
Now, I do need you to offer it up willingly, so how about a little wager? Beat me one last time and I'll let you and that demon leave unscathed. But if you lose, well, you'll be heaven bound in no time at all.
Don't have much of a choice, do I? I mean, my life isn't really worth living without the girlfriend in it. So if this is what it takes to keep her safe, I might not be a demon, but I'm gonna give you hell!
Oh, by the way, no human's ever been able to keep up with this one for more than a couple of seconds, so I've already won.
Is that so? You might be fast, but I've mastered an almost unbeatable technique!
Got another please forgive me for this was maybe too power style, try to so I could give it back to you. So look away, your virgin gets a people holder, cruise and fate as your eternal simple was a fool with this unholy and
Don't you think that maybe if you fear that God might disapprove of what you plan to do to me, you want to make a difference? My girlfriend might be devilishly cute, but I know she ain't scheming. Come on, give me all your kind, you're out of gifts, or must be demon.
If you want to find struggle for your freedom, be my guest, I'll find your mind, eyes, body, knowing that it's worth it. That's your soul is rooted, broken, seated, dominating, we dependent, you can't fix it, heaven to your single, it's independent.
Giving up my soul to someone like you isn't that appealing? Didn't let me use the bathroom, I'll be done. Smith, my feelings speak like you're a flawless, but all your words are cool and hollow. If you want to be a savior, be a nun for fun to follow.
Don't you know I stayed hundreds before?
Aren't they even alive anymore?
Most are in heaven, they live the paradise thanks to me. Ask yourself when you get up there, and you'll get to see.
I'm in no rush to keep up the coast and pass away. Gotta left to live the best of days, so I just became.
Living as you are right now, shouldn't leave you with the sinning. You'll be worse off than you would be if you died at your beginning.
Wait a second, are you saying I'm more sinful than a baby? Those things don't have morals, yet it also reconsider maybe.
All you done is you already sweat about your precious soul. It's not so real, but I mean you couldn't enjoy it when you sweat.
I still got a tinkle though.
It's in a common place, you know.
See, this is the reason I won't let my soul go.
You keep rejecting your lifestyle in the long run.
You keep projecting your own dreams on everyone.
It's the right you are stupid. You think eternity is far away till it's right there in your face.
Yes, you want me born again into a new life, like your sensitivity, even if your heart's in the right place.
Why won't you punch? Take the love I can never feel.
These have been holding a grudge with you. What's the deal?
Just a little understanding. Hurt too much more than you want it. You gave me that soul of yourself.
I'm afraid to say you might be losing it, that you keep laying waste to all your holy duties and
I've been
vows.
single social media, part of me. If I your ruin should be little sacrilegious. Sometimes you want that. So screw the vows who get the rules. The only thing that works is feel. Will it take them? Make you better find the answer right
You
here.
never met the scary mother sick full of disasters. Every time I think it's over, I look through it and I'm even faster. Maybe tough and build me up. I'm not a whip, I'm a survivor, and I'm my YouTube live with tons of patrons and subscribers.
No one wants to listen to the word I got. He says it's better pressure like the service at the following. Said they can get there, then you continue to repeat. You saw your eternal fate, so I'll give you a little sample. Over the infernal king.
So the lady doesn't seem appropriate to puppy through just because I'm not that religious. That's not gonna work. I'll use a stick some fire and a couple brimstones in the parish for the force.
A new playful day at sea is bouncing aboard Disney Cruise Line in 2023 with character sightings.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Thomas Retrospective, the series where I take a thorough look at each of the 25 seasons of Thomas and Friends, the Pack mini season included. 25 installments, which will all eventually lead up to a big finale video where I rank them all. Naturally, this series will kick off with the one that started it all back in 1984, Season 1. Let's take a trip back in time, shall we? We all know the story. Thomas the Tank Engine was based on a book series called The Railway Series, which started in 1945. The Railway Series was a series about anthropomorphic trains, written by train enthusiast Reverend Wilbert Awdry. The book series was incredibly popular. In 1953, BBC made the first ever attempt to make a TV series based on them, using 00 scale model trains on sets. The pilot was a total bust, as the production was live, and a train derailed on camera, messing everything up. An overall failure and an utter embarrassment in Wilbert's eyes. He was hesitant on a TV adaptation of the books ever happening again. This pilot is believed to have been taped over by BBC, and is thus lost to time. Enter Britt Allcroft. A few decades later, along came a radio and television producer named Britt Allcroft, who had fallen in love with Wilbert's books and saw potential in creating a TV series based off them. She said, and I quote, "It really didn't take me long to become intrigued by the characters, the relationships between them, and the nostalgia they invoked." After working on a documentary in 1979 on the Bluebell Railway that featured Wilbert, Britt approached him and floated the idea of another run at a TV series. Wilbert was at first hesitant after the 1953 trash fire, but he was eventually convinced, and Britt gained the rights to a television adaptation of the Railway series in 1980. She spent 2 years meeting with concept artists and animators working out what would be the best medium to make the series. At long last, in 1983, production officially started. Britt sought out a film crew and contracted a production company called Clearwater Features. Clearwater was a company that got its start making advertisements for British television, specifically using stop-motion props and models on sets. The head of Clearwater was an ex-Thunderbirds pyrotechnics expert, David Mitten, who came on as the show's director, and Robert D. Cardona, who came on as producer. She rounded up 2 musical jingle writers named Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell, who became the show's musical composers. But Britt's biggest score of all was the ex-Beatle himself, Ringo Starr. Who came on as the show's narrator. Ringo declined the offer at first, as he was not familiar with the original books, and said himself he didn't think kids would even be interested in trains, with things like spaceships and Star Wars around now.
Britt Allcroft, who produced the show, she came up to see me. She had this idea for me to narrate these children's stories. And they're all about these fabulous little trains, you know. And I really backed off at the beginning. It was actually a battle at the beginning with Britt Allcroft because I thought it was all Star Wars and space madness. Saying, you know, I'd like you to read these stories about this train. I said, you're going to be crazy. It's Star Wars and madness. We were talking years ago anyway.
But after giving the books a read himself, and after much coaxing from Britt, he eventually gave in.
And so she came back and convinced me. So I said, look, I'll just read 5 of the stories on my own on tape, and you listen to them and see if you still want me. And she did.
Thomas had gotten celebrity talent right out of the gate. The decision was made to recreate the series using models, as the 1953 pilot had done. Except it'd be a much more professional production than that, using much larger gauge 1 scale model trains on giant sets. The model engines would have working eye mechanisms, so they could move their eyes around and emote, paired with facial expressions that could be swapped out. So you could have Thomas being happy or mad or tired or whatever the scene demanded. The engines had working smoke units too, so they could puff steam as they traveled. The sets were the size of a standard household garage, and weren't the easiest things to film on. Not exactly a cheap production, and Britt herself mortgaged her house to fund the series pilot. A decision that definitely paid off in the end. The initial test pilot was put together in 1983. It has never seen the public light, but it did go over well. ITV loved the pilot pitch and greenlit a season of 26 episodes. The pilot, which was an adaptation of the story Down the Mine, would be refilmed entirely with the rest of season 1 and became the season's 25th episode. Some shots from this pilot were reused in the final cut, and is the only current footage evidence of it existing. 26 episodes in total were produced, and all were based on existing stories from Wilbert's Railway series. Some of the shorter stories were combined into single episodes to condense the season a bit, and this ultimately worked in their favor, as they managed to cover the first 7.5 books all in this go. Filming lasted 7 months, starting in September 1983 and wrapping in March 1984. Post-production wrapped in April, and on October 9th, 1984, the world was introduced to the Railway series on screen, newly titled Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends.
They say to pick your battles.
Well, battling metastatic breast cancer was not my choice.
But how I do it is. So I picked more testing. And I learned I had a specific mutation and a path forward.
I found there's a treatment for me, and so many people like me.
Discover Piqray, the first and only treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC, which are common and linked to cancer growth. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and has been proven to help people with a PIK3CA mutation have more time without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had a severe allergic reaction to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels, and diarrhea that are common and may be severe, as well as colitis, which is inflammation of your intestines, and lung problems known as pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before you start and during treatment, and may monitor more often if you have a history of type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness and weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in certain blood tests. Could you have the PIK3CA mutation? If so, and your advanced breast cancer progresses on hormone therapy, there is Piqray.